everyone, welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. I'm here today to share with you an altered file folder that I created. And this video is part of a series a while back. Shonda, who is SLIMcards here on YouTube, she and I had kind of shopped each other's stash, where I sent her a whole bunch of items from my stash and she sent a whole bunch of items from her stash. And then we also decided to create with some of those items. And so today I am showing you a project where I created with some of the items that she sent me. And I decided to go ahead and make an altered file folder. Not too long ago I did receive one from Kim, who is Serene Bookworks here on YouTube. And I was inspired by that, and I decided to kind of make my own little version of an altered file folder. And my altered file folder I did not glue shut, so it does open and you can use it as a file folder. And as far as the items go that I use from Shonda that she sent me is, Shonda did send me a whole bunch of this beautiful Graphic 45 Gilded Lily paper. And so that's what the front side looks like. It's all these beautiful little borders, these beautiful little vintage women. And the back side looks like this, really pretty. And then also I used in this little altered file folder, my friend Sherry had gifted me a whole bunch of these little cut-aparts from that exact same collection that she had purchased at Tuesday Morning. So I also incorporated some of those cutouts into this altered file folder. And then the other item that I used on here that actually came from Shonda was this little pink frame. She sent me a set of, I think, 3 little frames, and so I did use this one. And I went ahead and highlighted one of those vintage ladies that was in the border inside of this one. And so I will go ahead and get right into this little project. I do plan on using this in some Happy Mail. I wanted to create some way to hold, I'm participating in a swap in one of my Facebook groups, and we're just swapping some items that we create and also just some items from our stash. And so I wanted to be able to put those items in something. So this altered file has a pocket right here and here, and then on the back side you can see I used some of those cut-aparts. I made a little pocket right here and a little pocket right here. And then right here I have a little belly band that I'll be able to stick something under. And then again, I did leave my file folder open, so I'll be able to stick some items in there. But whoever gets it, if they want to, they could go ahead and stick some glue in here and then glue it shut too, and then it's just one big pocket. But for now I think I'm just going to leave it open. And I'll go ahead and hold that up real close so you can kind of see I added lots of different flowers from my stash. I have some bead trim hanging from it. I had this beautiful teardrop bead trim, some lace that I hung there. I did cut out one of the little sentiments from this paper, and it just says, "What part of I'm the Queen do you not understand?" And I just layered that on a little banner piece with some really pretty flowers next to it. Again, I have this little frame, and there's a doily behind there. And then each pocket, I did add some more of that lace trim along with the teardrop trim on it. And so that's kind of the little altered file folder that I created. And then I just decided to go ahead and share some of the things that I'm going to put inside this altered file folder. Not everything, but just a couple of the things, just because I did hand make them. So I did want to share some of that stuff with you guys. I did create some little handmade flowers for embellishments. This is just with a die cut from Spellbinders. And so I cut it out kind of in some shabby chic colors, and I used some flat back pearls on the little yellow ones I got from Sheila, who is Art of Life Sheila here on YouTube. And I thought those were kind of pretty in the middle. And I am going to go ahead and bag these. And so I did create a bag topper using some of the paper scraps when I put together that altered file folder. So that's going to be my bag topper. I just haven't put this into a little plastic bag yet, but I was going to share that with you guys. I also went ahead and took some more of those cut-aparts from the sheet of paper that my friend Sherry gave me. She gave me several sheets. And I'm still kind of playing around with my sewing machine. So what I did is I went ahead and sewed around kind of in a zigzag stitch the edging on all these. And I added coffee-dyed paper to the backside that I stamped on. Just to make some journal cards for whoever gets this that they'll be able to use in their junk journals. And on this one, I just embellished with some eyelash trim and some little paper flowers that I punched out. Again, kind of the same idea, just different cutout, and then I put the flower in the other corner. There's a flat back pearl in the middle of that one. And again, did some stamping on the back side. I believe all these stamps, most of them came from Graphic 45, if anybody's wondering. Same idea here. I did the stitching. This time I just layered a little scrap piece of trim or ribbon that I had, some more eyelash trim, the couple layer of flowers. Then there's the stamping, and you can kind of see the sewing again on the back side of that coffee dyed paper. Here's another one of the cutouts. I again sewed around it with my sewing machine. I added some crochet trim at the bottom with some eyelash trim and some flowers. I thought that turned out really cute. And I did stamp on the back side of that one too. So here's this one. Just a little bit different center on that flower. And then I like this little rubber stamp from Graphic 45. It says, "It's not easy being a princess." So I thought that was kind of cute. And then here was the last one that I created. And then I just had a little border stamp that I stamped right there. So I'm adding those in there. I'm also going to put these in the file folder. We had to share some of the trim, or some trims in this swap that we're doing. And so I decided to go ahead, instead of just like putting the trims in a little baggie and giving it away, I did create these little tag spools that I traced around some that someone else had gifted me. And I put some decorative paper on it on both sides. And I went ahead and wrapped my trim around there. Shonda did share a whole bunch of this trim with me, so I am gifting a small amount of it for this swap because it is so pretty. And up at the top, I added some little flowers that I had in my stash with some bead trim hanging down from it, which I think is really pretty. A little flag banner piece here, and it just says, "See possibility everywhere." And the little sentiment is a Tim Holtz sticker, but you can easily, of course, just type those up and print them off on your printer. And then I just added some lace up at the top on that one. So there's that tag. Well, yeah, tag. And then what I thought too is whoever gets this, they can go ahead and take off the trim and use it, but then they could also use this as a tag in their junk journal if they want, or as a layering piece on the cover of a journal. They could put some sort of image on here too, and then take off the lace and use it for something else. And here is the other one that I am sending in that swap. So here I just used a die cut up there on that banner piece, kind of the same flowers with the bead trim, and then I just wrap some laces around that. I also made, to put in that altered file folder, some shabby chic tags. I again used Graphic 45 rubber stamps, and I die cut out in white and pink and blue. I believe it's a diamond die cut that I have. I did sew around the edges on that just to add a little bit of extra detail to it. Plus, like I said, I'm still kind of playing around with my sewing machine. And then at the top, I went ahead and added a little flower applique. I tied a bow with some lace and then added a little vintage button in the middle. And then the top also has some lace on it. So there's one tag. Here's one with a cute little perfume bottle on it. There is, of course, spots left on here to be able to journal on if you're using these in junk journals. And of course on the back sides, here's this one. Again, all these rubber stamps are from Graphic 45. And then here's another little perfume bottle. So those are the little tags that I'm putting in there. One of the other items that we had to put in our, or for our swap, is we had to send some buttons. And so not too long ago, I purchased some little button sheets from Calico Collage, and then I also have some from Tsunami Rose, which I'll show you guys in a second if you guys want to see those too. But Calico Collage is I believe she has an Etsy store also with digital images, but they had these cute little button ones, and they're like about ATC size, and so you're able to sew on your buttons onto these little cards, which I think is a great idea if you want to send buttons and Happy Mail. Isn't that just a cute idea? And then you just sew them on. So I thought that was really cute. There's another one. There's that one. And then we were also to send, share some charms in that swap. And so I decided to go ahead and just sew them on one of the button cards. I just didn't have any other clever ideas unless I put together an actual charm or a chunky charm on how to send them. So I decided just to go ahead and sew them onto those little button cards. I thought that was kind of cute as a way to send some charms and Happy Mail. And then I did print these off, and I'm going to use these in another project coming up in the future. But these are the little button cards from Tsunami Rose. And if you guys follow my channel, I am on her, I do guest design team stuff for her every now and again for Tsunami Rose. And so I just did print these ones off too, because I thought these were really cute, the nice vintage ladies on this one. So these ones would be fun for like if you're doing a vintage type theme swap. And on these ones, there's actually little spots where you can see where you can put the buttons on. But I just wanted to share those in case you're looking for some button cards, because those are really cute and they print off really nice. I think I'm going to be working on like a needle book or a sewing book, and so I want to use these in that book to put my buttons on. So that's why I printed those ones off, but I thought I would go ahead and share them with you while I was recording. So that is everything that I have to share with you guys today. Again, this was kind of an episode for creating with Shonda or SLIMcard stash. I will link Shonda's channel below in the description box. I hope you guys are all subscribed to her. If you're not, please go check her out and subscribe to her. She's very, very talented. She makes some really awesome cards. She colors amazing and is very gifted crafter. So I do hope you guys go check out her channel. I had a lot of fun doing kind of a swap with her and swapping items. And so again, this is the altered file folder that I created using some of the items from her stash. Thanks again everybody for watching, and have a wonderful day.